We got a new one here. We're going to find out what this is all about, guys, and then we will discuss.
You know, I really tried to cut back, like, talking about my divorce and everything and my separation on social media just because, like, I started to feel kind of bad about it because I don't want to feel like I'm bashing him. Because even amongst a lot of the bad in our relationship, there was a lot of good, and I don't think he's a bad person. He's not a bad guy at all. He just wasn't good for me. But I feel like nobody talks about the portions of separation and divorce, the roller coaster that you go through. We always see on social media, like the glow up, the after post-divorce glow up and all that other stuff. But nobody ever talks about how it hits you in waves. It doesn't just, like, you don't just suffer throughout the first couple months and then you feel better after that. Like, it hits you again and again and again.
Okay. She's talking real shit, guys. She's actually spitting facts right here. And this is what I try to explain to a lot of people who watch these videos, especially women who watch these other women jump on these platforms and boast about how good they are doing and how lucky they are to be single and how they're just living their best life. And in reality, guys, it's completely opposite. It is not the case. This is more of a reality check for a lot of these women out here, okay? If you're thinking that it's all good out there, then you should watch videos like this because it's not the case. This is the realistic outcomes of separations, divorces. These are the things that actually happen behind the scenes, behind closed doors, guys. All right. Women are lying to you. Please don't believe them. And this is what you're going to have to look forward to, guys. Let's continue.
Like, you'll do really well for a while and then it'll hit you again. But this morning I woke up to 2 missed calls from him and a voice message from like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I listened to the voice message and there's a female voice on it. And I knew eventually this day would come where I would have to accept that he's gonna go out and talk to other people and, you know, all that stuff. I just didn't realize how much of an emotional reaction or response that I was gonna have to it. I'm in my room hiding from my kids because, like, I can't stop crying. It's just really hard when you still love that person so much. And we're not even officially divorced yet, which is why it kind of hurts a little bit more. Because me personally, like, and this doesn't pertain to him because he's a grown-ass man, he can do what he wants. I just don't feel comfortable seeking another man when I'm still married. That's just me. Nor am I at a place to even enter that phase.
Let's keep it real, though. That's probably going to be a long ways away, guys, if we're being honest here. She looks bad. Okay, she looks bad. She has, you know, fingernails missing. She's draped in tears, and she's not herself from what it looks like here, guys. And she said that they have kids together and she's not completely divorced yet. So it's harder for women than it is for men from these breakups, because usually the woman has the kids, okay, most of the time. That's how it goes. And when they try to get back out there on the dating scene, it's harder to take anybody seriously, because most men who see women like this with children or have been divorced, it's not a good look. Okay, the average guy is going to look at that and say, "Oh, that's a lot of baggage. I'm not ready to partake in that." All right, unless you're a Simptonian, you know, which is a form of a simp out there. There are simps out there who will do this, but the problem with that is when it comes to women, most simps are there to be used and thrown away. Okay, most women aren't falling for the simps. Okay, they're using the simp for something else. Okay, the Simptonian is only there to stop the bleeding, so to speak. And after that stops, then the woman grows bored and she's actually looking for somebody she really wants or she's really attracted to. But this woman has kids, so she's already got one foot in the dating grave, if I'm being honest. So let's continue.
And maybe that's the problem, because I'm not seeking companionship elsewhere. So the thought of him seeking companionship elsewhere is really bothering me. That sounds very selfish saying it out loud, because he has a right to seek companionship. I mean, yes, we're still married, but we're not together. It just doesn't make it hurt any less, especially when you still really love that person. And deep down, like, I still had like just a slither of hope that we could figure it out, which is why the divorce has been taking so long, because we both been procrastinating. Like, because he could definitely file if he wanted to, but he hasn't, and neither have I. I just don't like the fact that I found out like this, like, to wake up to a butt dialed voice message. I'm just and I crashed out just a little bit on him, but I really had to dial myself back, because he has a right to hang out and see whoever the fuck he wants. But the fight in me just wants to knock on motherfuckers' doors and be like, what the fuck is up? But I'm not gonna do that, because I'm trying to grow and trying to be better, and I just feels like my heart is being ripped out of my chest, and I just am having a really hard time. I just hate it, because I want to feel wanted. I want to be loved. I want to feel like I'm worth fighting for. And I know he's not that type of person that's going to do it. And I know there's somebody out there that will treat me and give me everything that I deserve.
The sad reality of all of that is it's going to be very hard to attain moving forward, okay? We're talking about the current dating scene as it is right now. It's a cesspool. It's really just a desolate wasteland out here, okay? And I find it very hard to believe that she's going to find that easily out there, okay? Especially with children, especially fresh off a divorce, who technically she's not even fully divorced yet. So once that happens, there's going to be a lot of stuff that she's going to be dealing with. She's going to be dealing with a lot of baggage, guys. Okay, she's got the kids, and then on top of that, it sounds like she's really having a hard time getting over her ex-husband, okay, or soon-to-be ex-husband. So that's going to take time to get over. So is the next guy who attempts this, man, good luck. Okay, most likely it's not going to end up working out. She needs time to deal with her issues and heal from this past relationship. And who knows, maybe they even get back together. You know, these things, I've seen it a million times where they're divorced. None of them filed the paperwork. And they end up, something happens with maybe he's got a new girlfriend, like she said, and something happens between them, and then he goes back to her and they spark something up. Like, it's crazy, and it happens. It's just a big mess right now. You know what I mean? It's a huge mess. And I think that more people need to see videos like this, because women out here who are fronting on social media, guys, this is what's really happening right now. All right. When they turn that camera off, let the fireworks start. All right. This is the stuff they don't want you to see. At least this woman here is being honest and transparent and letting you in. Okay. She's not hiding it. She's not talking cash money shit on, on TikTok or whatever. And then just lying. Okay, telling lies, painting a perfect picture and how good she's having it and how good she has it. At least she's keeping it real, 100%. All right. And I'll give her that credit. All right. But a lot of these women, they're not doing that. They wouldn't be caught dead telling the truth, telling you how it really is out here. They would rather lie to you and feed you a bunch of bull. And for whatever reason, I don't know. It's not doing anybody any good. But hey, that's what they do. So let's continue.
I'm just stuck in this like trauma bond or whatever the fuck it is that we have, and then we have kids together, so that doesn't help. And I know it gets better eventually, but I'm at a point where I'm like, does it? Because it's been like 8-9 months now, and I'm still very much so in love with him and confused all at the same time. And hurt and annoyed by him and just everything under the sun. I don't even know if I'll post this. I don't have a lot of friends, and the one friend that I usually go to, she's not answering my text message, so I needed to get something off my chest, because I'm like sitting here by myself in my own thoughts, and it's like eating me alive. I'm a Cancer, y'all. I'm a certified lover girl. I'm a relationship girly through and through. Like, I love being in a companion. I mean, I like my alone time, don't get me wrong, but I love being in a companionship, and I was with him for so long. Like, being with somebody else that it feels like it doesn't make sense to me. Like,
And that's why you shouldn't get divorced. That's why you should do everything in your power to save your marriage. And maybe she did. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. Who knows? I wasn't there. We weren't there. All I can do is go by what she's saying now. And we don't know much, but she is definitely hurt. She's definitely still going through it, coping. She's doing a lot right now. And you couldn't hide it if she tried. She couldn't hide it if she really tried. So I don't know, man. I don't know where this goes for her. I hope everything works out. But this is what a lot of women are dealing with, but they don't want you to see. They don't want you to know. They try to cover it up. And it's not a good thing. It's not a good look. So I just hope that if I'm her, I'm trying to figure out, is there a way? Is there something I could do to maybe rectify this relationship? Because like I said, we don't know his side of the story. Okay. And all I know is I hear her saying he's not as emotional. And that's most men typically, guys. We don't have a lot of those bones in our body, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And a lot of women don't know how to deal with that. And so they look at that as a flaw, even though the man in the relationship is still doing all his duties. That's just the way he loves. OK, some women can't accept or will not accept the way that a lot of men out here love. All right. It's a certain way that they must do it. And if they don't go that route, then it's not love. OK, that's them saying this. OK, they're looking at Hollywood movies, these stories, and they're saying, oh, this is how I am supposed to be loved, like this. And they see something different and it rubs them the wrong way. They can't accept it. And that doesn't mean that the man does not love them. It's just he's different, or he's showing it in a different way. OK, you can look at all the signs and tell. OK, if the guy is coming home every day, if he's paying the bills, if he's doing all his husband like duties, then I think that is love. OK, for a lot of men. And it's just sad to see.
I keep wanting to tell myself, bitch, you too pretty for this. You too pretty for this. You a bad bitch with a great personality, and you funny. Why are you over here crying over this man? Oh my gosh. Emotionally, I feel like I'm being cheated on. But logically, I know I'm not. Yo.
All right. I think that's going to do it. Yeah, man. I mean, pretty much what I said before. She's messed up, and it's her world is pretty much over right now, at least. And I heard her say she was, a bad bitch, and she's, too pretty for this and all that. That has nothing to do with any of this. All right. I'm not going to comment on that. You know what I mean? But it has nothing to do with it, guys. Okay. She is going through a divorce, and this is what it's like for a lot of women going through this divorce. Okay. Now, I don't know who initiated the divorce. Okay. That wasn't mentioned in the video, but usually it's the woman who initiates the divorce. Okay. Listening to her say some of the things she said, it sounded as if she was tired of certain things he was doing, and may have caused her to go ahead and do that. All right. But like I said, nobody has officially signed the papers yet, so it's still up in the air. But this is just a glimpse inside of the world of a relationship and what goes on, what truly goes on behind the scenes, guys, and what a lot of women who are out here posting all these hot girl summer videos. This is the stuff that they don't want to show you. These are the things these are the things you don't see. All right. But these things actually are real and actually are happening. But of course, they're not going to record it because they don't want you to see it. All right. So let them tell you whatever they want. But you better think very carefully before you decide to pull that trigger on these breakups and these divorces, because right now, this is what it's looking like for you down in your future. OK, then you're going to have children as well. And it's just not going to be a good look. Your stock is going to plummet. You're eventually going to hit the wall. And then who do you run to? So with that being said, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching the video. If you are interested in this content, please consider subscribing and liking this video, guys. And I will give you more to come. So I will see you in the next video.